Hi everyone, welcome to Mel's Corner. I'm Melanie, and this is my corner. Um, okay, I just wanted to talk about for a moment these the children going back to school, and in all the different communities, there's not one set structure. There's not one set ruling right now. Uh, the different governments and the different communities, it's one community yes, one community no. Parents are very conflicted. Teachers are very conflicted. Everyone is frightened. Um, and it's understandable because uh, they want the children to go back to school. Children have been out for a while. They do need to learn. That's understood. They need a structure in their lives again. Parents need the structure as well. But at the same time, no one can guarantee their safety. And who wants to be in that situation with their children? Um, I am very thankful that this is not a decision that I have to make for anyone. Um, it's not a decision that anyone else really should have to make. Even the different government officials and who are actually in charge of making these decisions, and the parents, it's a horrible position to be in. So I just wanted to put some things out there, some thoughts that I'm having regarding it. For those who are able, consider homeschooling. For those who are able, but not just homeschooling, maybe instead of sending your child to a large classroom full of children, for those who are able, a couple of families can come together, two, three, maybe even four families who have children about the same age. There may be some way that you can come together and educate your children together, but in that small group, there may be one parent who is qualified or capable of homeschooling, uh, actually giving instruction. There may be two. If the parents have to work, maybe they can all go in and pay for a person to teach their children. There may be some teachers right now who are not able to go back to the classroom, who may be more willing to teach a small amount of children, and they'll need the job as well. Um, this is just a thought. Uh, Something just popped up in front of my screen. I don't know what that is. Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to put that out there because, um, and even if one or two parents actually dealt with the classes or whatever, maybe someone could do transportation, can do lunches, taking them back and forth wherever they have to go. But it could all be just these small groups. Without it being the larger community, and it would be some way of having them not, the families and the instructors and the teachers not being exposed to so many different people. Now, I understand everyone isn't going to be able to do that. Everyone is not going to be able to do that. But there may be some people in the community who, like me, do not have children, but are able to donate some time, an hour or a couple of hours a week. There may be some people who are willing to do that. Check that out. Um, Also, for those people who aren't able to do it at all, because there are a lot of people who just are not able to do that. They have to go to work. For whatever reason, they're not able to do that. Well, it will make the classrooms smaller. If those parents and those families that can do that, do it, then the classrooms will be smaller for those that cannot do that. I know it's complicated and it's late. It's the last minute, a couple of weeks. Everybody is supposed to be going back to school, but I'm just throwing this out there because I can just imagine how I would feel if I was in this situation. Now, having said that, I know that I'm sitting here and I'm talking the talk. So I'm going to walk the walk as well. And some of my Mel's Corner videos are going to be a story time. That's what I am committing to anyone out there who is homeschooling your kids, or even if they're just at home and they just are there and they need a little story time. Maybe that's not your thing. Maybe it is your thing, but let them watch it anyway. I'm going to be doing a story time for children or for anyone who wants to listen. So there'll be some poetry, or sometimes they'll just be stories. And that is my commitment to this situation. So when you finish watching this video, take a minute, like the video, subscribe, and all of my story time or poetry or whatever that I'm reading, you'll have access to that. And I really, my prayers are with everyone, my thoughts are with everyone, and hopefully this situation will be resolved as soon as possible. That's I know that's where we all are right now. Okay, before I close, I'd just like to take a minute just to address one thing I've seen on the news lately. This Senator Tom Cotton, Arkansas. He's put out a statement saying, first of all, he descends from a slave-owned family, but he's decided that he wants to block this children now, or these lessons. Where is it at? Oh yes, 1619 Project is what they're calling it, and they were going to teach about that period of time in the United States when black people were enslaved and everything that happened, because a lot of young people don't really know the details of that, and many people who are not of color, white people, don't really know, because intentionally nobody really wanted to talk about that, most likely in their families. I mean, who would? It's not as if it's something to really be proud of. So a lot of people probably did not discuss that in their families, and I don't blame them, but at this point it's a matter of record, it's a matter of history, and it brings a lot of other things that are happening now into context. It can help people to see things more in context if they have a full understanding of where people of color, particularly black people or African Americans, are coming from. So enter Tom Cotton. And now this guy, his family applied for a land grant, got 40 acres in 1870. One of his ancestors, a Leonard Cotton, was a vet, received a pension because he was an ex-soldier. So America is working for them. But Senator Tom Cotton, he calls the 1619 Project, what did he say? A neo-Marxist propaganda that has been debunked by serious historians. Yeah, what were they serious about? Who were these serious historians? And yeah, they were serious about something, but it wasn't the truth about history, obviously. Tom Cotton says that the founding fathers considered slavery a necessary evil on which the Union was built. Exactly. It was evil, and it was considered necessary because they were obviously too lazy to do it themselves. Aside from that, I'm personally offended as the daughter of another Tom who escaped from slavery, and because the people chasing him were so angry that they couldn't catch him, that when he tried to swim the Ohio River, they shot him. And even though he got away, but my ancestor wound up losing a foot. So yeah, I personally am offended about that. But put my personal of being offended aside, because it's not even, it's stupid. It's stupid. And these are elected officials. And the founding fathers considered slavery a necessary evil. Look, either it was evil or it wasn't. You wanted, if it wasn't if it was evil, then acknowledge that it was evil, pay some reparations, make an apology, acknowledge that it existed and it was evil. Don't say that it was debunked and it's neo-Marxist propaganda, and then say it was a necessary evil. It either was or it wasn't. And if the Union was built on it, then admit that. Go public, admit that. It was built on slavery. So some of these neo-Nazis and people that want to act like America was not built by the efforts of black people and the enslavement of Africans, they act like that wasn't a major part. And even if it was a major part, like they were the brains behind it or something, let's not get into that. Either acknowledge it happened and make amends. That's what you need to do, one or the other, Tom Cotton. Because right now, you sound ridiculous. He sounds ridiculous. He sounds stupid. But anyway, that's just my personal thing about that. So, back to education now and what's happening now. Please like and subscribe below, and I will begin putting out some videos with some readings for students that might help with it's my way of trying to help, since my only child is now a college grad. Yay. But I know everybody else is trying to get their kids, up there too, and I get it. So everyone take care, be safe, wear your mask, wash hands, take zinc, whatever it takes to get us through this. If it's not gonna hurt, go ahead and just try, and let's all just try and survive this. And everyone take care, and I will see you.